The gospel for today has Jesus with some urgency. That's a wonderful word. We have words like it. An erg is a physics term, an amount of work or energy that a force can apply. We have emergency, and we have urgent. So Jesus is going with some determination. In the gospel, the official from the synagogue is urged to ask Jesus to come to his house to heal his daughter. Which is quite something, because the official of the synagogue is the official sponsored by the Pharisees, and of course the Pharisees are always after Jesus to stop doing good things. So Jesus has an urgency that urges him to do something good. Good is a great energizer for us and for Jesus. So he goes with the crowd and Peter, James, and John, his three faithful companions, and they get to the house, and everyone says, "She's dead. Don't go in there." And he says, "No, she's not dead. She's sleeping." And they ridicule him, laugh at him. And then we know the rest of the story. The daughter is raised. And everybody is astonished. What strikes me in this gospel is, where does Jesus get his energy, his urgency, his sense of emergency? All these words about energy and work. Anything good that Jesus tended to do or wanted to do came from inside him, and he always was surrounded by people who tried to prevent him from doing the good he wanted to do the work he wanted to do, to express the energy coming from his love. Don't do good. Jesus said, "I have to. It's an urgency, it's an urging within me. I have to do it." What is very interesting for us is there are always going to be voices from within us and maybe around us, often around us, that says, "Don't spend your time. Don't waste your time. It's not worth it. You might fail." And it depletes the energy, the urging to do good. There's always someone in the life of Jesus, some ones, saying, "Don't be who you are." And Jesus is, one of the definitions, if you will, for Jesus is, it's the urgency of God. I must be with you. I long to be with you. I long for my goodness, God is saying. My longing comes from my love. Jesus has the same divine love. I can't keep it to me. The emergency is the human condition. The urgency is the divine love condition. And each of us is asked to enter in to the urgency of that love, to the emergencies around us. Now, they might not be fires or hurricanes, but the needs around us are emergencies, or they are urgencies of love, do something good, and you will always feel the voices. Most of us hear the voices from within us and around us. I think there's better things for you to do, or you can't do that, or you're going to fail, or people will laugh. And then we go with Jesus through the crowd of saying, no, 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 no. And we attempt to raise life within what appears, the emergency appears to be, there's not life here. And maybe not just physical life. Jesus raised someone from what appeared to be death to life. The good we want to do will always be, this is what Jesus said, and it's what we're invited to, I want to be where I can bring life, where I can raise spirits, where I can help people experience their goodness that maybe they don't know about. That would be an emergency. That would be something that God wants us to enter into, that others don't know their goodness as something from God. Might be a condition, I'm only as good as my last performance. No, God has given us a goodness. Our next performance is good because it's a good thing to do. Our next performance is a reflection of the goodness within us that is an urgency of Jesus to come out. Urgency is what is inside must come out. So this is a great gospel about the I mustness of God. I want to, I desire to, I long to. It's an urgency to enter into the human condition, and I'm calling you, having received the Eucharist, the goodness within you, the urgency of God's love in you, will urge you to say, I'm not going to listen to the voices that say, no, 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 you can't do it. I'm going to listen to the urgency of Jesus saying, I must go to her house. I must raise her. I must free her to walk about and continue God's goodness in her life. That's an urgency in us all to bring about life, to bring about goodness that comes from God and comes to others through us. If I receive the Eucharist, I receive God's urgency, God's energy to enter into the goodness of other people's lives, no matter what negative voices I might hear.